This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. I am here with Gianni Bertolino, who's joining us all the way from Asti and his family house of Olim Bauda. How are you today, sir?
Good, really good. I just arrived in Toronto and it's a beautiful day. Today's sunny, so
it's a beautiful fall autumnal day here in Toronto. Now, you and your family specialize in Barbera. What does Barbera mean to you and what makes it so special? Why do you concentrate upon Barbera?
Barbera is I come from Piemonte, so Barbera is one of the most historical and popular grape of the region. For centuries was the most important grape for us. So my family born in Asti area and they produced for more than a century this grape and this wine. So absolutely for us is a good challenge to try to have good wine from this grape.
Now it's a family winery, fourth generation, I believe, of winemakers, and yet the name is not your family name. What's the story behind that?
Oh, it's a good story. So yes, Bertolino is the family name, and Olim Bauda is an estate my father bought in '61. It's one of the oldest estate of the area, founded by the family Bauda in the 13th century. So it's really, really old. And my father, when he was just 27, he was in wine business, and he had the occasion to buy this beautiful estate. So good for us.
Now, Barbera is a grape that I've been incredibly fond of when it's done well, but for many, many, many years. Why do you think it always appears to be in the shadows of the Nebbiolo grape when it comes to Piemonte?
Oh, I'm sure Barbera, the success of Barbera was too big. So was really one of the most consumed wine in Italy. Unfortunately, the area became bigger and bigger, and the production became too big. And so, especially in the 70s, the only idea was to produce more and more to satisfy the market. And so the quality dropped. This was the main reason, I think. So we needed new generation to work again on Barbera, on the quality of Barbera, and that happened in the 90s. So the new generation in the 90s did the job to rise again the quality of the wine and export the wine all over the world in a good, in good markets. So.
Now the name Olim Bauda is inextricably linked to the sub-region of Nizza, and you yourself play quite a major role in the promotion of the Nizza appellation. Would you mind telling us a little bit about that?
Yes, Nizza was an idea of end of 90s. Because Barbera, as I told you, Barbera was planted in a big area and the quality was not, in the general, the average quality was not really high. So that's why a group of good producer decided to ask the consortium to recognize this new appellation. So we started with the Saxon in 2000, and in 2014 we received our own appellation. So when we will release the Barbera Nizza 14, the name of the label will be just Nizza DCG. Was a good result for our effort.
So you won't actually have the name of the grape on the label, it won't say Barbera d'Asti on there?
No, not in the future, will be just Nizza DOCG. But why? The main reason is why we love Barbera, but we love also our area, the territory. Is really important when a wine is a good wine, when a wine is at the top of the quality, the name has to be linked well with the land. So that's why we want to call it just Nizza.
Now, how many producers are going to be labeling with Nizza on the label, and what kind of regulations surround the name Nizza?
So now we are 43 small producers and all the best producers of Barbera of the area, absolutely. And some of the regulations are, for example, the yield per hectare. We can produce maximum 7 tons of grape per hectare instead of 9, and we can use only 100% Barbera grape.
Right, okay.
And that's really important. And another important rule is that we can, the vineyard has to be authorized to produce Nizza, and only the vineyard on the south part of the hill can be authorized to produce Nizza.
So the very best spots, basically.
Yeah, so Nizza is become the I want to say the cru of Barbera, real cru, because it's only from a small area, only from the best vineyard.
And are there any regulations regarding the aging, the élevage of the Barbera Nizza?
Yes, we have a regulation for the aging. The wine has to be aged minimum 1 year, 6 months in oak. But most of our colleagues, they age Barbera longer, minimum 18, even 30 months in oak. So the good Barbera can age really well for longer than 6 months. But you know, it's a choice of the producer. Everyone has to show his own philosophy in wine. So we choose this regulation for that reason.
In the glass, what differentiates a Barbera from Nizza from a Barbera from anywhere else in the region?
So there are different Barbera and different terroirs. So if you mean Barbera from Langhe, from Alba, is quite different than Barbera di Asti, especially from Nizza. We have a fresh soil, elevation is not too high, but at the same time we have a wine with a lot of red fruits, like cherries, like plum, good acid, lot of structure. Compared with Barbera from other area where the acidity generally is not so high. But these give us the possibility to have Barbera that can age really long in the bottle. And it's a Barbera really interesting when you pair the wine with the food. This acid play incredibly well with a lot of different foods.
In a perfect world for you at home, if you were enjoying a bottle of Nizza, what kind of dishes would you be having with that?
Oh, Barbera is an eclectic wine because it has this kind of fruit characteristic and this acid aging in wood. It takes also some tannins. So if it is a young Nizza, young I mean a 12 for example, you can have with even with pasta and ragu, why not? But then with meat, with if you like venison for example. But if the Barbera is aged longer, probably with really good meat and venison or good cheeses is the best pairing. But as I told you, Barbera is quite eclectic wine.
And very versatile. Very versatile.
Yes,
because of that inherent acidity as well.
Yeah,
It's fantastic food wine. Well, Gianni, thank you very much for joining us in Toronto. Hopefully we'll get a chance to catch up with you in Piemonte at some point in the future. And thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.